Good morning, afternoon or evening. This is a war selection match from before the 8th of October update. I hope you enjoy. This is pretty much the first interesting part of the whole game. Pretty much all that's happened is some light skirmishing between some of the enemies, but nothing really involving me. I found out I've started on this peninsula, which is okay for me, seeing as I have Great Britain, so I decided to use that. But I created a force of about 22 archers and some onagers, and I'm going to push forwards on this guy here. This is only really because he's out attacking yellow, which is up to the north of red, and I'm pushing forward to red, seeing as he's got all his legionaries out. So yeah, just pushing forward to this, and my navy is also pushing forward slightly, bit by bit. I've also still got my scout, I think, at this point, but I have no idea where he is. But yeah, as you can see, I'm on a really weird shaped peninsula, with on my left a small little lake, which I put one dock down just for fishing, and on the other side I just I put a couple docks for fishing and a navy. As you can see, he's trying to set up some onagers, or catapults, if he's went Eastern Europe. Yeah, he went Eastern Europe, I think, so. But yeah, I should have got maybe one or two more onagers. But I've got a very strong economy at this point in the game. Got lots of food, especially seeing as I've got a lot of fishing up. So I was targeting my archers on his wheat, and then I've got my navy just scouting out, trying to find any outposts or fishing boats to harass. But yeah, the beginning of this game was just harassing and skirmishing. Good hit from the onagers there. Managed to do some good damage. So yeah, I just keep spamming out longbowmen. I've got a nice defensive wall made of housing, so it's a double purpose. So I'm pretty committed to my peninsula here at this point. But yeah, I just sent my archers to get rid of any threat to my onagers, and my onagers are just getting rid of all his military before he can produce anything. Just trying to get rid of his barracks and whatnot so they don't become a pain later when I start pushing forwards. I think my navy at this point quite soon meets a player up north by a little choke point. There's a couple choke points at the ocean. There's one right here, which I tried to secure, but seeing as at this point ships and sea forts didn't have AA, he just made like 4 or 5 bombing balloons and completely destroyed my choke point defense. I lost a few archers there, but it was quite quickly I managed to get rid of him. And then I just went straight for his leftover defensive buildings. But yeah, and then once those last few buildings are gone, I also sent my military, and I finally met some enemies. And Red's dead, so I just finish off any of his workers and give him a kill everything command on the way. But yeah, just getting rid of some quite expensive galleons with some really outdated ships. Keeping moving my economy up. So I started off with quite a lot of resources on my peninsula, and I'm keeping that iron back on my peninsula, just in case I get attacked. I can pull my iron workers back to a safe location to mine, so that I don't lose everything if I do lose my iron mine. But yeah, I start making bombardier ships, sorry, not bombards, to try and snipe someone's town hall. I also get rid of a couple of his galleons, I think, which is setting him back, seeing as I had a pretty backwards navy at this point. So it was just seeing if I could snipe any fishing ships. And I did manage to cripple the fishing economy of Yellow, sorry. He had quite a lot of ships, which I managed to sink. Which are just fishing ships, so... But yeah, the last stand. Okay, this is where I've just managed to get my first few ships out. And I'm pushing forwards on Yellow's base. But he has a decent defense setup as well. But I do have longer range than his trebuchets, because he had quite a lot of trebuchets up. But yeah, I start pushing forwards with towers, trying to secure vision. I'm also going up to Iron Age at a fast pace, sorry. But yeah, running out of population, just trying to cover my coastline in it, so just in case I get landed, they should have to first get through a little barrier. But yeah, at this point I don't really know what he has in terms of army, or his vision. But yeah, I start getting a vision tower up, and I start getting them along my coastline as well, just so I can see any incoming techs. I went Great Britain, so I get dreadnoughts. And I go straight for the population upgrade, seeing as I really need more population at this point. But yeah, I've just got my archers hanging back, and my onagers trying to get rid of as many towers with that one cannon I've managed to produce. Seeing I'm quite limited on space, I don't really have... Well, I'm not that limited at this point, because I've captured quite a lot of territory from Red and Blue, which was on the east of my base, northeast. And he had set up there, but he died in the Stone Age. If you could probably see some of his buildings there, purple is up there as well. But yeah, I was a bit late to notice these squads, I think they were. So I pulled my artillery back and just tried to skirmish them. But yeah, I'm up to IR1, and I obviously don't have enough wood, because Great Britain is really quite a wood-heavy faction. But yeah, I just keep pulling my artillery back, as it's almost, I think, the same speed as his squads. But I do think I lose my cannon there. Oh no, I don't, doesn't matter. A few of my archers die there, but I need to replace these archers anyway, but they're just a temporary solution to protecting my artillery while it's pushing a bit forward. Nothing permanent. But yeah, now I've got some vision. I push forward again, because I know where his defences are. But yeah, I target his forge, so he can't build any more trebuchets or anything before he has to spend quite a lot of iron on a forge again. But yeah, it's time to move out from my fishing areas and upgrading the rest of my balloon tower, vision towers up to better vision towers. Yeah, I want to get my arsenal up so I can start building metal IR towers. But yeah, here I've just kept pushing forwards on Yellow, bit by bit, inch by inch, but he has quite a lot of trebuchets, which makes it difficult for me to hit them, as they pretty much one-shot my onagers. But yeah, I do try and get rid of his forge here, so he has to stop building those trebuchets constantly, which is starting to prove a massive problem for me. There we go. And he's just got that one on the left of his base being built. And I don't think I've found his town hall yet. A bit further behind his defences. My navy's finally I've got a weak navy at this point, so I'm just pushing a little forward. See if I can find any more fishing fleets from any of my enemies. And I'm just trying to get rid of as much of his economy as I can. And wasting his trebuchet's time on my archers instead of my artillery. I'd just lost all my archers there, and all I've got left now is my cannons, as in for military. But yeah, I get my arsenal up, and I start making more stone workers, sorry. And here I found some of his fishing fleet. And I destroyed most of it there, so we can't use those fish in case I need them later. But yeah, I just get rid of his towers so I can move forwards into that little lagoon, or fjord, or whatever it's called. I've got two cannons and some soldiers now. Just some generic, I think, light machine guns. Which are good at cutting down early game infantry. But yeah, I want to start building my sea forts. But yeah, I've pushed my bombardier ships into that little lake almost, I don't know. But yeah, I push them into there so I can snipe his town hall. And I also start building some sea forts to protect me from any naval attacks. But at this point, balloons completely destroy sea forts and any boats. Haven't had a chance to play on the new update yet, so I don't know if that's been fixed or not, but yeah. His defences are starting to fall now, seeing as he doesn't have vision on my ships, and I'm picking out on his trebuchets bit by bit. My first sea fort's almost finished. Yeah, just modernising my military barracks and whatnot. Stopping recruiting archers because they're not good. But he managed to snipe most of my cannons out because they moved forwards. Because when you give, let's say IR1 soldiers, like artillery, an attack command, such as kill all on route to whatever, they only attack things of that era. Or above, I think, or something like that, because they, for some reason, don't target middle-age buildings, or Iron Age, or anything like that, so that was a slight problem. But yeah, I keep upgrading my towers and my ring of vision. But yeah, at the moment my economy isn't faring very well. And my ships can't get close enough to hit his town hall at the moment. So they just start targeting his soldiers. To try to eliminate as many threats to my artillery as they can. There we go. It's the last tower I'm targeting there. And at this point, he's really only got the trebuchets protecting him. Everything else is too short range to even cause me any damage. And also he's getting attacked from the north, which means that I push my workers up to build a tower. But yeah, I think that's light green attacking him from above, from the north. And I start getting aggressive with my sea forts a bit more. Try to capture as much sea as possible, and maybe secure that choke point up top, closer to the enemy's base. But yeah, the player attacks from the north, and seeing as his army's up there, I try and push my ships forwards to try damage his fishing economy. He turns his trebuchets around at my building at my tower. But being honest, there's not really much you can do. He's sandwiched between the two of us now. We weren't allied or anything, but, you know. He is just sandwiched. But yeah, he sends a fleet of attack ships, Asian attack ships I think they are, which completely counter my bombard ships. And when yellow goes, it's pretty much the end of the game, because the game goes on for another hour, but it's just full of small skirmishes, and really the territories don't move until the enemy gets a wonder up. So thank you everyone for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.